Well, good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, September 22nd, and I have about 20 minutes until the market opens. Sorry, I haven't made a video the last couple days. It's been raining a lot here, and one of my roommates is a contractor, and he hasn't been able to do any of his work. And so I just didn't feel like recording and dealing with him and his schedule. Anyway, so I just wanted to do a quick little recap about the weekend and just touch base about the trades that I made, the winners, the losers. It was a pretty slow Monday and Tuesday. I ended up only trading in my small account on Monday. Yesterday, I was focusing on my big account and trying to catch a market move. When the market went down, I thought that the market would eventually rebound going into the Federal Reserve meeting this morning, or this afternoon, which is at 2. Um, but it did not. And I'm going to talk about the importance of knowing what's going on and knowing how to play it later in the video. But anyway, I took a trade on Zevo. I actually took two trades on Zevo. The first one was a very small gain. It was pretty much break even. I think $1.50. And the second one was almost break even, but actually like a $2 to $3 loss. And then my third trade was on Smile Direct Club SDC. That company had been trading with the market, and because it was such a low share price, I decided to trade it in my small account for the market to correct and potential profits, just to help out my small account since I was more focused on the overall market on Monday and Tuesday than I was on trading momentum plays. That one actually turned against me because the market continued to sell off, and that was my biggest loss at about $13-14. But I had a gainer later in the day on EDSA, which I was alerted to in a Discord chat that I was a part of. I'm no longer a part of it, not because it's bad or anything, just because, like I mentioned in the first video, I'm not one to really learn from other people. I want to figure out what works for me. Not that other people don't have anything to offer, but more so just wanting to stick to my plan, develop my plan out. That way I can do it profitably. So anyway, that one was a $31 gain, and helped put some money back into my account from the loss. And I really want to talk about the importance of what I just mentioned, of doing the work, knowing what's going on in the market, and really sticking to trades that you have done the work in to know what your target price is when it hits that, so that you can sell and you can make a profit, rather than just hoping for a stock to go up like I did with Smile Direct, which is a really bad habit to get into and something that I need to fight against, because I had no indication that it was going to go up other than my hope that the market was going to go up. So normally around 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I go and I check to see what moved in the market, what happened during the day on stocks that I was watching, what happened on stocks I wasn't watching, and then after hours trading at 4 o'clock when the market closes, you can still trade until 8 o'clock. That's Eastern time. But it's pretty low volume and not really worth trading for me. I don't like trading in the pre-market or after hours because Webull doesn't allow you to execute a market order, which basically just sells it at the price that it's at rather than having to put, they call it a limit price, put a price to it that you're willing to sell, and then it could drop way below that, and then you have to continuously move down. And I find that I end up losing money on that, whether it's buying and I have to buy at a higher price because I'm chasing it, or selling because I'm chasing it down. So anyway, I don't trade in the pre-market or after hours, but it is a good indication of what's going to happen the next day, especially if news releases or some catalyst comes out that's driving the price up in the after hours and it continues to go up or trade sideways after a rise into the after hours into 8 o'clock when the after hours closes. And then at 4 a.m., you can see if it's continued. And so when I wake up, I usually wake up about 7 or 8. I want to see continuation from an after hours run, or I want to see a stock that released news in the morning before the market opened and now it has gapped up or is gapping up, which basically just means that say a stock closes at 4 the day before at $10 a share. And then you get on, you look at that stock. Well, now it's trading at $13 a share before the market even opens. That's actually called a gap because there's a gap in the chart, and that indicates people are willing to pay more for that stock than they were the day before when it closed. And that's usually on news or catalyst or higher volume, which are all great things to trade off of, especially if you're looking for those bigger moves. Instead of trading slowly, which was the EDSA trade, it was just a slow grinding up, and I really didn't know the price could have dropped immediately, and I would have been out of all that money. So I don't like trading slow movers. I like trading quick movers. I like trading stocks for about 1 to 5 minutes. I had a trade in my big account yesterday, UVXY, which is a volatility or fear index that you can trade. And when fear in the market goes up, the price goes up, and when fear in the market goes down, the price goes down. It's a short-term play. It decays over time, which is a very technical thing, but basically it just means that over time the price always is going down. But you can catch these spikes, and so it starts up here, goes down, spikes. You can play that, and then it goes down, 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 and then it spikes again, and you can play that, and down, 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 and then it eventually splits and goes back to a higher price, and then just continues to go down. And there's a lot of technical stuff behind the reason why that all happens. I don't even know all that. I don't really care. I just care about the direction it's moving. But that trade that I had on that yesterday lasted 50 minutes, and I only made $70, and I was so frustrated. And I know $70 in 50 minutes is really good, but I had also been watching it all day, which brings me to my final point, which is why it's important to be able to play both sides of the market. So currently we're experiencing a market downtrend. Now, some people might argue with me on that. A downtrend means that it needs to have a lot of indicators that it's going down. It doesn't really matter. For the sake of this week and my trading this week, the market has been down. Well, I subscribe to a forecasting email. It's not a magic ball that predicts, but it does give me an indication of what to look for, which is why I use it. And they always are right, but their timing is never right. And so they might say the market's going to correct tomorrow. Well, the market's probably not going to correct tomorrow. It's probably going to be 2 weeks from now, and I'm stuck in a trade waiting for the market to correct. In the meantime, I'm not able to use that money to make actual trades that are moving that day, which is why I don't follow blindly, and I also don't follow other people blindly, because yes, they might be right. Their rationale might make sense, but the timing, I do this for a job, or I'm trying to do this for a job. And so having my capital tied up in these other trades that aren't moving, they might move, yes. In fact, the UVXY trade that they alerted me to last week went from $20 to $30, and that would have been an insane move with a position of $300. That would have been $3,000 at the end. But I missed out on it because they said sell, and I did. I listened to them, I sold, and then we went into the weekend, and on Monday the market opened way below where it was, which drove the fear price up and the volatility up, and it was a frustrating trade. And so I say it's important to learn how to play both sides, because there's potential money and opportunity to be had when the market's going up. Obviously, everybody knows that. But also when the market's going down. And I don't short stocks. I don't really like the idea of borrowing shares and paying a premium to borrow shares. Not to say that one day I don't utilize that, but I rather put my money in an inverse ETF, which is a collection of stocks or an index, and the inverse acts as the opposite of whatever it's tracking. And so the S&P has an inverse short position ETF. There's also a leveraged bull ETF, which tracks the movement of the S&P. So when the S&P goes up, this one goes up, but it provides 3 times the amount of the move. And so if the S&P goes up $1, well, this share price goes up not $3 because it trades at a lower price, but it might be trading at a third of the price and move up $1. And so you're actually making 3 times, if you're in that, 3 times more than you would be in the S&P. But again, there's decay and time over time. It doesn't provide the exact move, and so these are not long-term positions to hold, but they can catch quick moves in the market, which is what I was hoping for yesterday. I was hoping for the market to rebound, and it didn't. The day before, I was hoping for the market to rebound, and it didn't until the very end. And so not going in with a hope of what you want the market to do, but watching what the market's going to do, what the market is currently doing, and playing off of that is very, very important. And that's what I want to get better at, because the better I can be at doing that and taking my emotion out, the better I'm going to be at making money every day, which is the goal. I know I talk a lot about money, and that's just the nature of trading. I'm not this person who's obsessed with money. I just want to get better at providing through this job, because I don't get a paycheck. I am solely responsible for what I make or what I lose. And that's why money is on my mind so much in these videos. So anyway, that's it for today. I want to do more of these videos, just updating you guys, and I hope that over time I develop my ability to share and to communicate my ideas well with y'all, and also just share what's going on in my life and on this journey, because like I said, these videos are, yes, intended towards people who are looking at day trading, but more than that, you don't have to be interested in trading to learn something. I want to just share this journey from zero to something, and I don't know what that something's going to be. My hope is that I do this sustainably and well. Not that I'm some millionaire and just obsessed with money all the time. That's not what I want to be. But I do want to do it successfully and be able to make other steps in my life. Buy a house, buy a car. I sold my car and I'm driving my girlfriend's old car. And so it'd be really nice to be able to buy another car one day that I want, and all these things, and this is my journey to get to that point. So I'm glad I could share it with y'all. If you liked what you see, please tell me. Please let me know. I'm on this journey, like I said, and I don't know what's going to stick and what I haven't even started doing yet that might become very important to these videos. And so I need you guys to tell me and to give me an indication. If you stayed and watched the full video, thank you. I appreciate the support. And yeah, until next time, I hope you'll have a great day.